Kicking off for the Vikings, number 7, Anthony Ciminello.
My name's Mark Barron. I'm the head football coach at the Columbus Academy in Gahanna, Ohio. I've been coaching now for about 25 years at a few different schools and also, I should say, in high school and also in college. So as far as with Anthony, I've obviously been his football coach since he's been in the academy up on the varsity, which has been since his sophomore year. I've also had Anthony in class. I teach him math, so I've also taught Anthony. So I've been around Anthony a fair amount. You can see from the videotapes and you watch him kick, he's got a strong leg, and it just, I guess it's just come natural to him. And sometimes you'll get kids who they have a strong leg and they can kick the ball down there. It's more of a line drive kick. That's the other thing with Anthony is that he's getting good height on those kicks, which is allowing us to get down the field. So that becomes a weapon when you have a kid like Anthony who can kick the ball down there and hopefully pin teams deep in their own territory. One of the things I encourage all of our kids to do is to play multiple sports. I think it's good as far as getting them in various competitive situations, and that's how you learn to keep your poise, and I think it's the best thing for the kids. Anthony does that. He plays other sports. He's good at those other sports, but he would like to, I think, go to a bigger school and play, and he realizes at his size, that being an outside linebacker like he plays for us, or a DB, another position, he recognizes that's not going to happen at a bigger school. He set this goal for himself, and he's worked hard to put himself in this position. He's improved every single year since his sophomore year, kicking the football. This year, as we've been working in practice our kicking drills and so forth, for example, on kickoffs, he's consistently kicking that ball into the end zone or right down inside the 5. In fact, sometimes I would rather have the ball be kicked down to about the 2-yard line, because in high school, if you go in the end zone, it comes to 20. You kick it down to the 1 to 2-yard line, and they have to run that back. You might pin him inside the 20. So again, he's steadily improved there. Field goal wise, if we get to the point where it's a 45-yard field goal, so I've told our quarterback this year too, I said, you need to be smart as we get down there. I said, don't take crazy chances. We've got a kid who can give us points when we get down there. So certainly, this morning it's a little bit windy. If we got in a game where wind was at Anthony's back, I absolutely think he could kick over that. Extra point wise, I think that especially you get into the colleges, but even the high school, one thing you want to see is can the kid get the ball up off the tee quickly? So you can't send a guy jumping up over the middle and try to block that, and he gets the ball up quickly off the tee. He's a hard worker. He's a reliable kid. He's a self-motivated kid. For example, with the kicking, he has taken upon himself to go to different camps, seek out different kickers, essentially as his mentors, as his instructors. And the other thing he's always done, he comes to me, gets footballs, whether it be in the off season, he's gone to some kicking clinics in the wintertime, but then when the summer rolls around, I'll just give him footballs. A couple times I've come out to school where I need to come out at some point, not knowing anybody's going to be like a weekend, a Sunday night, Anthony's out in the field kicking. So it's one of those things where he's a kid that he'll take that upon himself to go out and do the things he needs to do to get better. With Anthony, you're getting a kid, and all this comes from his parents. You're going to get a kid who's going to work to get the most of his ability. He's not going to be any kind of maintenance as far as off-field issues. It's a non-issue. In fact, what they always do at our school is the kindergartners get a senior buddy, and one of the ladies that kind of pairs up these kids asked me, they said, is there anybody you might want your son to have as a senior buddy? And I said, yeah. I said, who? I said, Anthony Ciminello. That's one, if somebody said, would you want your boys to be like Anthony when they grow up? I say, yeah, if they're like Anthony, I'll be happy.